everybody, this is Solomon Schmidt from HistoryBytes.com. Today we're going to learn about America's 28th President, Woodrow Wilson. Thomas Woodrow Wilson was born in Virginia on December 29, 1856. Instead of Thomas, he became known as Woodrow instead. Ever since he was young, Woodrow suffered from bad health, and because of this, he was homeschooled. However, Woodrow worked diligently at his schoolwork and eventually began college in 1873. He only stayed there for 1 year though, because of his health problems. Eventually, Woodrow was able to go back to college and attended Princeton University in New Jersey. While there, he participated in sports and writing and speaking groups. In 1879, he graduated from Princeton and went on to Johns Hopkins University. In 1886, he graduated from Johns Hopkins University, earning a doctorate degree. This gave him the title doctor, but did not make him a medical doctor. It is a title that a person earns when they complete a PhD degree in college. After earning his PhD, Mr. Wilson became the president of Princeton University. In 1885, Woodrow married a woman named Ellen Axon. They had 3 children together. Ellen was Woodrow's wife for many years, but she died 1 year after he became president. In 1915, Mr. Wilson married another woman named Edith Galt. Being the president at Princeton University helped Mr. Wilson gain popularity in New Jersey. In 1910, he became the governor of New Jersey. In 1912, the Republican Party divided. Some of the Republicans liked Theodore Roosevelt, while others liked President William Howard Taft. The Democratic Party saw this as an opportunity to win the next election, so they decided to nominate Woodrow Wilson as their next presidential candidate. In 1912, Woodrow Wilson won the election in a landslide and became America's 28th president. While he was president, Mr. Wilson began a new banking and business system called the Federal Reserve System. This meant that the banking and business systems in America were now controlled by the government, which gave the federal government a lot more power. In 1914, World War I began. It involved many countries around the world, especially in Europe. Germany and Austria-Hungary were fighting against England, France, and Russia. However, President Wilson decided to not enter America into the war. Many people liked how President Wilson had kept them out of the war. Because of this, he was re-elected as president in 1916. However, only a few months later, President Wilson decided to enter America into the war after the Germans had sunk an American merchant ship. During World War I, President Wilson signed laws that forced people to leave America if they were against the war. This is called deportation. He also sent government workers to spy on Americans who he suspected opposed the war. He wanted to make sure that people were being loyal to the American war effort. However, by doing this, he took away some Americans' rights to freedom and privacy. In 1918, World War I finally ended. After the war, President Wilson became sick, and his second wife Edith helped him with some of his presidential work. In 1921, Woodrow Wilson's presidency ended, and he died in 1924 in Washington, D.C. at the age of 67. An interesting fun fact is that there are many different dollar bills used in America. Woodrow Wilson's face is on the $100,000 bill, but it is no longer in circulation, which means it is no longer used today. This is Solomon Schmidt from HistoryBytes.com, and until next time, go learn your history!